There is something taking place beneath the surface, beneath the craziness, as you feel like you're in the trench screaming for help, like what in the actual F is going on. But don't you worry, I'm here to empower you and to make it all make sense. You are going through a season of transformation, and it's going to go all the way left if you do it a certain way. We can either go kicking and screaming, or you can do the following. Trust me when I say the things that feel broken right now, they are being repaired. They are being mended. This message is making me very emotional, so just bear with me. But it is all changing in your favor. You just have to get your head out of your you-know-what. Because there's a lot of poison about afoot. There's effery afoot. And if you don't listen to your intuition, to your discernment, to your higher power, it is going to get worse. I don't say that to fearmonger. I say that because you have to listen to yourself. It is more important now than ever that you listen to you, because no one knows better than you. And anything that you have to collaborate with, anything that you have to do with others, and they don't listen to you, it is going to be foot on neck and I'm stepping over your body. How do you like me now? Because these people will poison you like some crazy pigeons, like some vultures. The crows are coming to feast if you let them. So this is like us laying in a trench. Okay, imagine us, bestie. We're holding hands. We're laying in this trench. The crows are coming to feast on us. Do you think I'm going to let that happen to us, to you? Really think about that. Especially if you've been here for a minute or 5. Think about if I'm going to let that happen. I don't care if I have to throw you over my shoulder. We're out of here. Because I am not going to let us just go out like that. There is effery afoot. And if we don't take care of it, they get to twist the knife, and we're not twisting any plots. We're just in a plot. You picking up what I'm putting down? Puns intended. There's a victory lap waiting for you at the end of this season. But if we take the scenic route and we lay in the trench and we're like, oh, life is horrible. Oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? I don't even know what's going on. We have to listen. Listen, Linda. Listen, bestie. Listen. There is a darker force that will snatch us up like we were never good, like we were never earth angels, like we were never nothing. If we let it, and we can't let it. Our strength is being tested right now. Our intuition, our discernment. So I know you feel like you're really confused, like, I don't know, why didn't I do that? Well, I should have done this. Every time, I promise you, every time you do not listen to your intuition, you're going to feel like you're in that trench. And then it's going to take you even longer to get out of it. Because every time you fall back in the trench, it's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's going to be harder for me to get us up out of there. You feel me? It's like falling in a snake pit. It's like falling in quicksand. That is not the life we are meant to live. You have to steer clear of miserable people that are not doing the work. And yes, you're going to have to judge people like that. You're going to have to clock them like that relentlessly. Because every time you have to collaborate, work with, be near people that are not for your highest good, they are somehow going to drag you into their BS. They are somehow going to feast on us, feast on you. I just can't. You have somebody around you. Now, this could be somebody or somebodies. Whoever the F they are. They are miserable. They might put on a good face. They might be able to kiki with the best of them. I don't know. I don't know their life. I don't really want to. But I'm going to read some of it. These people, they're going through a lot of turbulence. And though it might seem like a good idea to have a friend or to be a shoulder to cry on, these people would love to destiny swap with you. So you need to be careful. Okay? Truly, there are some very lazy people around you that do not want to do the work. So this is a transformation season for everybody. And people don't want to do the work. They're going to do what? They're just going to complain. They're going to look for reasons to complain. And what do I tell you about chronic crybabies and chronic complainers? They need an audience. You best not be that audience. You are going to have to put mother effers in their place, or we will be in the ditch, the snake pit, whatever metaphor you would like to use. That is where we will be. You are going to have to get down and dirty, like life is not going to get the best of me. I am going to get the best life because I freaking deserve it. You have people around you that don't want to admit they love attention. They love the trauma. They love being unhealed. And they think that healing is outside of them, like it's a place they can go. And it starts here. Your angels are working overtime to have you see the signs and synchronicities of backing out of certain situations as fast as you can. I almost feel like our speed and how fast we get out of something is being tested. The speed exactly. So for instance, you're confused, you have to make a decision, and you make the wrong decision against your better judgment because you had to make it fast. I don't know why, there's something going on with speed and timing. So you know that you make the wrong decision and you're like, crap, I need to cancel this. I need to stop this. I need to back out of this contract, whatever it is. The faster you do that, instead of being like, oh, well, I can't do that. I already told them yes. I already told them that I would do this and that. The faster you turn that ish around, like, actually, sorry, I can't. Actually, no, that's not going to work. Actually, no, I thought about it and it's not going to be a good idea. I'm not in alignment for that. Whatever you need to say. That is going to be the major difference between you winning or being down in the mud and being upset that you're there. Like, dang, why did I not listen to myself? Another thing that's going to be confusing is resources. Resources are going to feel like they're over here and they're over here, and you have to choose. Like, okay, I need this and I need that, but like, what do I do? You might need one thing from one person and 5 things from another person. But trust and believe it probably will not be all in one person, especially if this has to do with your work industry or your work arena. Do not trust people at their word. That is one thing that is going to pain you. They told me that they could handle this. They told me that they would commit. They told me that they were ready, and they lied. And who will be at the other end of that? You. You will. Because they think that you're nice, or that you're kind, or that they had a bad day and you'll understand. You know how to mend anything that's broken. So this is going to be dirt bike confirmation. This is going to be a time where you've got to pivot fast, because that life that you deserve is in front of you. You have to show people, I know you said what you said, but I also seen what you done. And you're not tall enough to ride this ride. Sorry. You are going to have to put your foot down for foot on next season. You're going to have to step over bodies to get where you're going. Because yeah, we could throw a pity party over here. Like, oh my gosh, why? Why did they do this? They said they could fix it. No. Most of the time, it's you that can fix it. It's you that can get it up out of the mud. So, do you want to be on damage control, or do you want to make the right decision the first time? Not everybody is up for the task. And there are going to be certain ways that you are able to judge if somebody is ready to do what you need them to do, be what you need them to be. You're going to see signs. It's like that saying, if I win the lottery, there will be signs, okay? If you're getting it up out of the mud in this season, because this is going to be your biggest transformation where you let go and surrender self-limiting beliefs, this is going to be a season where you really see what you're capable of doing, where you really see the magic of your manifestations, for good and for bad. So it is important that you are thinking positive thoughts. And if you can't, that you are chilling, that you are resting, that you are not engaging with others. Because think about it. If everybody's going through this transformation and other people just don't want to do the work, then we need to steer clear of them. Because we're going to be on our side of the street doing the work. So if it's EFT tapping, if it's working out, if it's affirmations, if it's prayer, if it's jogging, whatever it is for you is what you're going to be doing any chance you get. Because you need a clear mind to weed out the lies, to weed out the poison, root and stem. You are finally going to be getting rid of things and like tying up the loose ends, like getting rid of it once and for all. You are really starting to see like, okay, my intuition is my superpower. So I need to like get in superhero mode. Superhero mode for yourself. Because no one is going to come and save you. And there's only so many people you can trust or even, trust or rely on. So there are things that are trying to be stolen from you. Stolen. And you're going to get confirmation in the next 24 hours that certain things can be mended. Listen to yourself. Trust yourself. Other people are going to be looking at you crazy like, you can't do that. Nobody does that. You're going to do that. Anytime you don't listen to yourself, you're going to feel extremely disappointed. So remember, you're not wanting to fight with anyone. You're not wanting to manifest more negativity. So you're going to be more assertive. You're going to empower yourself. You're going to call back your power from others that think it's so easily accessible. On top of that, you're going to be making sure that you're purifying your thoughts, that you have a clear mind, because there's a lot being unclogged from your life. You've been purging a lot, crying, praying, cleansing, rebuking. But like a pipe that has been, been through some ish, this is being unclogged bit by bit. So let's say it's a faucet. Doesn't want to work. Once it starts unclogging, it's going to trickle. The trickle started happening this last week. Okay? The last 7 days, the trickle has been in effect, where things are moving a little bit easier, but at the same time, you're feeling some type of way about it. You feel like you're dealing with creative blocks or writer's block, like certain blocks that are harder for you to get through. And that is because other things at this time are going to become your strengths. On top of that, you are a super magnet for anything that you want to manifest. So you need to make sure that it's good stuff. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be, I don't want to speak negatively to myself. I don't want to deal with shady people. I don't want to keep dating losers or dusties. Whatever that it is that's on your heart. But again, the pipeline to whatever it is that you have been wanting so bad, it is being unclogged. Sorry, this is like the only metaphor I can think of right now. It is being unclogged. The gateway, the pipeline to your biggest, deepest desires. Like, I want to have a lot of self-love. I want to treat myself kinder. I want to have more free time. I want to relax more. I want to be in feminine energy. Whatever it is. I want to stand up for myself. The pipe, it's like there's a pipe and it connects to your prayers. It connects to your angels. It connects to this higher power, the universe, okay? So it could be the pipeline to the universe, to God, to the divine, whoever. And you are choosing you over and over and over again. As you're slowing things down, the pivots are speeding up and you are being initiated. So this trickle is good news. Do you understand what I'm saying? This trickle is good news because even when you don't listen to yourself, you still know how to repair the damage. But now you're like, oh, I don't even want to be doing none of that. The trickle is here. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, affirm it below. The trickle is here. Okay? It's like when things haven't been going right for so long, something that's been bothering you, something that has been weighing on you, something that has just been busted, dusted, and broken that you just could not fix. You couldn't get it up out of the mud. You didn't know what to do. And then finally, it's like eureka. Oh, this hallelujah moment. The birds are singing. You're like, holy crap, it's working. If you are picking up what I'm putting down, affirm it below. It is working. So now that you know that the pipeline is being unclogged, it's going to take some time, right? Because we've backed up these pipes with negative thoughts, fighting with others, staying around toxic families, toxic jobs, whatever it is. And we are unclogging it by rebuking, canceling, and working through these things. So let's say you felt it was hard to find something, find a job, find a home. Something is going to click. You're going to have these epiphanies. Something is going to click. And then you're going to get confirmation within 24 hours, if not that same day. Well, I guess that's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You will get confirmation within hours. This is what's going to continue to unclog this and keep you on the right path the next month. So you've already made it through the first step, even though you might have felt like it was a shit week. Like, no, it's not, there's no way that it's working. Nothing I'm doing is working because this is crap, this is crap, this is crap. No, you are in alignment. Do not let anybody make you feel like it is anything different. And I know you probably feel like some people aren't listening to you, but I'm listening to you. I know that can be really frustrating when you're excited to share your progress. So whatever you feel like that progress is, and I know to other people it might seem small, but it is not small to me. For instance, let's say you've been having health issues, family issues, a loved one is sick, and it's been ongoing for a year or more. And now you have figured out a remedy so those things aren't happening and somebody is getting better. You want to share that with somebody. You want to scream from the rooftops, but because it's not totally remedied, you're like, oh, well, maybe nobody needs to know about this, but like, I'm kind of excited. I want you to celebrate that win because you are a super magnet in this season, in this transit of your life. I keep telling you guys that this year is going to be your biggest transformation, one of the best years that you've had in a long time. It's been a rough 5 to 6, okay? Like we've been doing time. It's been a rough 5 to 6 and we've been getting through it, but this is really good news. Whatever you have figured out, okay? So maybe you unlocked the first, second, and third cheat code, maybe just the first cheat code, but either way, it's working because now your pipeline, there's some noise making it through the dirt, the grime, the tears, the negativity. And for some reason you felt like, no, God's not hearing me. No, my angels aren't hearing me. No, the universe isn't hearing me because I'm calling out to them, but there's something interfering with my message. There's something interfering with the communication. But now the call is more translatable to where they can hear a faint help. You know what I mean? So however small that win seems or that cheat code, please feel free to share that in the comments because I want you to feel safe in sharing things in my comment section. And B, I want you to feel proud and call more of that in. That's one of the biggest reasons we do ask-formations and affirmations and we reaffirm and we claim in my comment section. Because you're telling thousands of other people that are watching this message, hundreds of others that are commenting, I see myself and I'm here to win. I'm here to win. I'm here to deserve. I'm here to love. I'm here to claim my mother effing abundance. So I know that you've been feeling emotionally manipulated. And it's almost like you don't have a certain person that you can blame. It might be nostalgia. It might be time served with a certain company or, people that you cared about at one point. You feel emotionally manipulated and you're clearing that up. Because if you're like me, then you might study psychology, human behavior. You're always self-developing. And whatever you've been going through has felt like diabolical damage, felt like bondage, felt like projection, motorcycle, confirmation. It felt like something you could not get loose from. So for instance, let's say you were having issues with hormones, okay? Let's say you were having hormonal issues, and then one day you realize those hormonal issues are tied to your digestive issues. We've talked about this a little bit, the head and the gut being connected, but let's say you've been having hormonal issues, not realizing, because the doctors just want money from you. Not saying all doctors are like that, but you know what I'm saying. There were people that wanted to keep you in this bondage. The doctor, the teacher, the mentor. It's like they wanted to keep you sick. So they didn't tell you certain things. They didn't say, hey, if you eat better, if you change your diet, hey, if you're more careful with stress and your digestive system, you won't have issues with your hormones. Nobody told you that. But you are figuring things out like that this very week. Let's say you were having hot flashes. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't feel normal. This feels like bondage. It feels like it doesn't feel like it's your own body. And then maybe you went to experts for help. Whoever you went to for help, whether they did it knowingly or unknowingly, they were keeping you stuck. And these are the loose ends that you will be tying up in this season. Yes. Right? So it's crazy. Things are being unclogged. Things are being purified. I guess would be a nicer way to say that. Things are being purified for you. So yes, there is, I guess, some emotional manipulation from the other side. These people wanted you to be reliant on them. And this is a season of your very independence. You're like, no, I want to be independent. I don't want to be reliant on anyone. And it's actually going to really annoy you to be reliant on anyone but someone you trust. I cannot say that more ferociously enough. You will want to be hyper independent if you have the wrong people around you, but you will just really have this thirst to be independent in general. And you're not going to want to rely on people because your intuition always tells you what time it is, even when you don't listen, even when you then have to repair the damage. There were people trying to silently and on the low stack more things on top of you, so you became more reliant on them. This would be like a doctor poisoning someone to giving them something that's going to keep them sick. So they have to keep going to the doctor. You picking up what I'm putting down? So then they have more symptoms. So then they have to keep going. This is the type of energy that it's giving. But you on the side are calling out to your angels, you're calling out to your ancestors, you're calling out to a grandparent, and they're starting to work overtime on their side of the line. Yeah. People really like being in your presence People are going to be very drawn to you right now. You're going to be getting a lot of stares everywhere you go. Like, oh my gosh, like people are looking at me. Oh my gosh, they're looking at me. Yes, they're looking at you. You are an angelic supermodel. They ain't never seen somebody like you. You are handsome. You are ferocious. You are eternal beauty walking. Affirm it below. I am eternal beauty walking. Your milkshake, your aura is bringing everybody to the yard. A barnyard, animals included. It reminds me of like batteries not included, but barnyard animals included, karmics included, haters included. Okay? So you are ready for this lesson. Holy Spirit is telling me you have the power. You have the power. Power of the aura. Power of the cape. Because you're this superhero. And you are going to be showing people, I am magnificent. These are my wings. Check out my wings. Yeah, I can fly. Pretty cool. And as you might be telling somebody that, you're like, okay, gotta go. Because you don't want to engage with people for too long. You are going to be standing with more confidence. This is another thing that your angels are working on with you. Is not putting your head down when you're in crowded places because you're this empath and you're not wanting to absorb energy. I totally understand. But getting more comfortable with holding your head up, looking around, not covering yourself. You're going to be dressing differently. Whether that's more revealing or less revealing, that is nobody's business and nobody's whatever to judge. But it's about your level of self-esteem and your level of confidence. And somebody in your vicinity or somebody that you trusted at one point was poisoning this confidence. And you went to them for help. And they weren't helping in the way that you thought they were. They tried to seem legitimate to you. Oh, I'm very experienced. I have this much experience. I have this many years of doing this. So I'm the one that can help you out of this funk. No, you're going to help yourself out of this funk. And while you're doing that, you need to remember that you are the supercharged magnet. And what you're thinking about and what you are doing, it's only bringing that closer to you, whether it's good or it's bad. We are always manifesting. Always. Whether we want to be or not. So make it freaking count. Because you deserve this victory lap. Spirit is also saying the more you empower yourself, the more it's going to be lit. The more it's going to be lit. Keep quiet or silent about the knowledge that you have obtained. Be silent or secretive or show little emphasis on the knowledge that you've obtained. Because you might be able to get paid for this knowledge, or it could really get some people upset. But if you're trying to back out of contracts or agreements or whatever, it's important that you keep that close to your chest because you'll know when to use that to help somebody that is maybe in the same position as you, also a magician, also an earth angel. I know that's rare. I feel like we can gather online, but it's harder in the 3D. You'll know when to share that information to help other people. But I am seeing that there has been some type of surgery taking place on you spiritually at night. There has been some type of spiritual surgery that has been happening with your mental health. And no, I'm not a doctor. Okay. But you know what I'm saying. Spiritually, there is a big fog clearing up. Something that you maybe believed was bad for you, you're like, oh, that's not bad for me. That actually helped me. So you might be going back to some things that were really good for you, that were therapeutic for you, that you walked away from because somebody told you to, or somebody made you believe that it was bad, that it was toxic, when in fact they gave advice that was toxic. This would be like a tarot reader wanting you to be reliant and dependent on them for every old thing, for their gain, whether it's good or bad, or toxic. Wanting to keep you tethered to a toxic love romance, or, telenovela, story time. You picking up what I'm putting down? You are going to be very drawn to people that are authentic and positive. So let's say you're tuning into somebody, or you're listening to a message, or you're listening to a reader. And I'm not saying like any shade. I'm just trying to think of examples. Let's say you're listening to someone, an influencer or a reader, and you just feel like some type of negativity coming from them that isn't transformative for you, isn't helping shift your mindset. So what you might do, instead of listening to the whole thing of it, is not listen. Because again, you're this super magnet right now. And as you are this super magnet in this transformation, it is vital that what you are tuning into is serving a purpose, or is lifting your spirits, is making you laugh, is making you feel elevated. I'm also seeing that you're balancing the scales with your speed and how you do things. Like, you will have to pivot fast if you detour from your intuition. You will have to be on damage control even faster if you really fight what your intuition or discernment is telling you. But you are balancing the scales on how you maneuver in life. You're like, I have to slow it down. I've been going at the speed of light. I have been running figure eights for too long. I need a damn vacation. I need to rest. I need to sleep more. I need to do more things that I enjoy. Because as you're gaining all of this independence, you're also really looking at the time that you spend doing certain things. So where you might not even want to think about that, you're like, why do I spend so much time doing this one thing? No, I'm not doing that anymore. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this instead. Why do I stress out so much about this one thing? Why do I do that? I'm just going to minimize it, or I'm going to do it less. Motorcycle, street bike, confirmation. You are going to be very low key right now about what you got going on, because behind the scenes, you are restoring order. Behind the scenes, spiritual surgery is taking place on your mental health. And you are like, whoa, I see everything. It reminds me of the movie Limitless, where Bradley Cooper has that like magic pill, and it helps him like just be uber super smart. I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounds good. Helps him be really galactically smart. He can read other languages. He can speak other languages. He can do all types of mathematics. This is what's happening for you. But you didn't have to take anything. You just started listening to yourself. Because maybe your life was good before you let certain people enter it, or before you started taking on certain habits or routines or jobs. And you're like, why do I do that? That's not helping me. Other motorcycle. That's not helping me. It's actually making me feel like I'm in bondage. I don't like that. Anything that makes you feel chained up, you're going to be out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. You're also going to be very low key about how you're doing things, because you're calling in this very scorpionic Libra type of, oh, I'm going to balance these scales and I'm going to make sure that it's fair. I'm also going to be very quiet about my new strategy, because you're seeing things clearly. I love this. You are seeing what certain things and resources are helping you out of this funk, helping you out of this dark night, and you're not going to go backwards. So remember to be around people that lift you up, or maybe don't be around people at all, because a lot of people drain or zap you easily if you give them too much time of day. Seriously. So you are going to be learning how to get out of funks, get out of sadness, because now you have more of a clear mind. Like, oh, this is what I've been doing and it hasn't been helping me. It's actually been stressing me out. It's actually been giving me anxiety. So this is an unexpected surprise, but there is something unfolding behind the scenes for you that your angels or ancestors are about to surprise you with. You will graduate from this season if you clicked on this message. You will get your justice. And you will get your victory lap. Yes, you will. I forgot to say this in the beginning, or I will be posting a message, on Patreon about what is going to happen in this new season of your life. How are you going to transform? And that will be personal and tailored for you. So the link is in the description box if you are interested in Patreon. It is only $11.11 a month, and there are a lot of messages on there that you can watch ad-free. Okay, so certain illusions that have been in front of you, you're like, damn, that was a freaking illusion. Rabbits out of... It's like you weren't feeling well. You weren't feeling like yourself, and you wanted this to be the remedy. You wanted this thing over here to be the solution, and it wasn't. And you got tired. You got tired of trying to make it the solution, trying to make it the remedy. That now you see that it was toxic. Now you see, and it was an illusion, that it was actually harmful to you. You're like, damn it. So things that you're going to be focusing on. Main character energy. Yes, you being this amazing person, because that's you every day of the week. You are an amazing human. The things that you survive and thrive out of are nothing short of superhuman, supernatural. So you're going to be focusing on this main character energy. And as you do that, you're becoming more alluring. You are feeling more attractive, more confident. For those of you that are star messengers or light workers, you are going to be maybe taking a different approach with your collective, or maybe you're starting a channel, or you're going to start taking clients. Whatever you're going to start doing, that is also going to help because it's fulfilling for you and it serves your purpose. If you have a union, a divine union, you will also be focusing on that. So there's going to be a lot of love coming out of this. Love for yourself. Oh, and I forgot. We got Redeeming Love. This is our channel movie. And it speaks on forgiveness. And it's a good love story. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching it. It's such a good movie. But yeah, whatever seemed like it was a hard page to turn, now that you're getting a little bit of progress, the trickle is coming in, you're like, oh, no. Seemed like a hard page, but I'm going to turn that page. Yes, I am. Because I refuse to fall ill to what has tried to poison me. I refuse to fall ill or fall short of what I want in this life. Wow, we have spiritual rank that just flipped out of the deck. Your angels are talking to you. And it might seem hard to hear because the line has been interfered with. It has been tampered with. You're also going to be clocking people that act nice, that act like they're cool. Remember the whole Kiki situation? They can gossip. They can complain. They can act like they're nice. They can kiki it up with whoever they want and seem like they're just very cool. But you're going to start seeing through people right now because as you level up, their insecurities are going to be more apparent to you. Things that you didn't see before are going to be easier to see. We have angel spirit guide. You have a spirit guide that is helping you. I'll see if I can get a hint on who this spirit guide is. But you have a spirit guide that is coming in to help you with those that have bad habits, that show you certain human behaviors. And like I said earlier, like you don't want to judge people, but you might kind of have to judge them for things that they're doing or things that they're not doing. Your spirit guide is helping you with, they're helping you overturn toxic attachments. They're helping you overturn negative karmic energies, bad habits. And so they're really wanting you to be careful with who you're around. Let's say you're wanting to get healthy, you're wanting to get in shape, you're wanting to do these things. You're not going to hang out with people that don't have that same interest. They're not in alignment with you. Do you know what I mean? If you like reading, you're not going to hang out with people that would never read a book ever. Like, it's just examples I'm trying to say for alignment. You're going to start seeing who you're in alignment with. And yeah, we could say opposites attract, but you are the sum of the 5 people you are around. Clock it. Okay? Spirit wants you to know that you are a deity or a divine creator. You are a supreme being. I freaking told you. Wow. So they want to show you who is trying to make you ugly, who is trying to affect your beauty, who is envious and insecure around you. You're going to see that just because they're nice and they can conversate with you doesn't mean that they want you to be happy or pretty or they have the same interests as you. Like, no. If you're hanging out with people that have no interest in bettering themselves, no. And each and every one of you will have a different definition of what that means to you because of your personality, because of how you are and what you're interested in transforming in your life. You're not going to hang out with people that are corrupt. You're not going to hang out with people that steal or that party or that cheat or that lie. You're not going to hang out with people that even do it sometimes. So yeah, as you're going through this glow up and as you're becoming more clear about, okay, I am this supercharged magnet right now and I want to be very clear and very precise on how I move forward. And you're going to start realizing where you've been over generous. You're going to pivot these things quickly so you can slow down furthermore and smell the roses. Because this is what you really want. You want to be able to stop. Yes, victory. You want to have victory in being able to have financial freedom or freedom to stop and smell the roses more. And the more you're around these karmics, the more you're around these narcissists or these chronic complainers, the further away you are from your goal. Because by the time you get out of their vicinity, you're going to be tired. You're going to be drained. That's another red flag. You could meet somebody and they seem really nice. How do you feel when you're around them? Are you doing like nervous tics? Are you like oversharing, over talking? Are you locking up? Like, I don't want to tell them anything. Are you really drained when you leave their presence? Or are you energized? And you could say, well, I had to work with them all day. Of course I was tired. No, really think about that. Really think about that. There is chaos, a chaos magic that is trying to disturb your connection with Source. Trying to muddy the lines. Trying to muddy the pipe. Trying to muddy the line of communication. Trying to interfere with your connection to Source. Because look, doesn't that look like chaos and confusion? Doesn't that look like, well, I've got a lot of brain fog. Well, I've been having stomach issues. Oh, I've been having hormone issues. Oh, you're realizing that all of this chaos is tied together. And however it is unfolding in your life. You have a lot of spirit guides. Okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you have a lot of spirit guides. You know what sucks? Whoever you are, you deal with people getting jealous of you so fast. So you're definitely a chosen one, because you'll get to know someone and you're like, oh my gosh, they seem so cool. They make me laugh. They're funny. And then by the third date, fourth date, by the time you really get to know them, you're like, oh, they're not who I thought they were. No, they're not. So I know I haven't said this in a minute. Well, it's been probably a week. But you have people that want to interfere. They want to hinder your growth. They want to block you. They want to intrude. Whether this is a divine union, whether this is third-party situation, or this could just be work. They want to interfere with your growth. Be very mindful who is trying to cause financial blocks or love blocks in your life. They could be like, oh, I was just trying to tell the boss that you needed them to do this, this, and that. Like things that you confide in them for. And then they go and tell your business and you're like, why would you do that? Those type of things. They want your miracles, your abundance, your manifestations left for the dogs, locked up, thrown out. They don't want you to have that. This freaking timer. Hold on. What I was going to say is whoever these people are that you're dealing with, if you are unsure at any time, at any point, I want you to go home after interacting with them, whether this was a date, a coworker, a peer, somebody that you thought you could trust. And I want you to log that in a voice memo or write it down in a diary. I think a voice memo is easier. And I want you to talk about how you felt while you were around them and how you felt when you left. Like, oh, when I left, I was really tired. I was upset. They said they could help me with this and they lied. It actually made more work for me. They told on me. They tattled. I thought I could confide in them. Whatever it is. So that way, when you think about going back to them, you're like, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Actually, I could have said that the other day, but I'm going to say it again. I am going to say it again because somebody wants to infect your life in a very bad way. So pay attention to when you're getting sick around people or you're just already not feeling well and you're not getting better and things are actually derailing and you're like, oh, is that my fault? No. It's time for a cure. Affirm it below. I am ready for the cure. The brain fog is lifted. You're around some people that have no intention of committing. That's another thing. The laziness of it all. You can run circles around people. Not because you want to, but because you have that type of work ethic instilled in you. So you don't need to be around people that are lazy. They want what they want for the clout. They want what they want for a raise. They want what they want for the prestige, to be looked at a certain way or to be looked at like you. But the bottom line is they don't have the energy. They don't have the audacity. They're not actually going to get it up out of the mud, or they'll take longer to do so because they're just not putting in the work. God is trying to show you right now, I want to balance the scales. Let me show you who is not doing the work. And whoever is not doing the work is actually going to create more work for you. Whoever is not doing the work or not being who they say they are is going to create more work for you because of the sabotage. And I feel like whoever they are, they could be a very smooth talker. They could be a very smooth talker. They could be very personable. They could be very relatable. You could connect on many different things. But the bottom line, again, that speaks loudest, is you will feel like their victim. So understand where people are shallow, inconsistent, where you feel nervous, tense, or they're superficial. No. God is trying to show you who is lazy. Because lazy is not what you need to be around right now. Or someone who doesn't have the same level of knowledge as you and doesn't want to. You could have certain views or opinions on certain things, and they could have certain views or opinions. But maybe they're acting ignorant. And maybe they want to press their opinions or views, but it's very ignorant. So you're like, what? So just be careful with that. Some things that people are saying are not adding up. Oh my gosh, I got fraud. I'm telling you, when people get around you, they get super competitive. Like, oh, I can do that too. I can do that too. But I'm going to have to do some shady stuff to do that. Okay. Oh my gosh. We have the Two of Cups. So again, these are the people that you feel connected to, and it's going to go deeper than that. So go deep because you see it with clarity. You're letting go of this confusion. You're like, no, I need to see this for what it is. Like, what is this really? What are they really doing? They want to confuse you. They want to confuse you so they can steal from you. So they can try to destiny swap. It's a big sleight of hand. But it is going to change your perspective. What you're going through right now is going to change your perspective on how you look at a lot of different things. Like, you are not going to be taking no shit off of no one. Off of no one. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Wow. I love this for you guys. You're like, I'm ready to go deep. I'm doing the work. Like, you're already doing the work. But now that I'm seeing some progress, like, I'm so excited. And you could have already been seeing progress, but for some reason, that's why I asked you guys to share it in the comments. This progress feels different because it was something deeper. Does that make sense? Like, you could have figured out other cheat codes that made you feel better, but this was something that was healing, that was actually going to give you like sustainable without having to create a new habit. It was something that you needed to like maybe subtract from your life that was deeper than that. You have a lot of people pocket watching you. I don't know why they're so concerned with what you have in your pocket, but I don't know. We have the Sun. You have good news coming in, having to do with your finances. You have good news with your finances. It's going to feel like maybe that's the shocking surprise. There are some people that are coming in this week that are going to try to get in close proximity with you, and it's going to be a big no. Six of Wands again. It is going to be a big no. Ooh, you're going to get a victory lap this week. Let's get you guys an affirmation for advice. So yeah, it's like somebody's been pocket watching you from afar or hearing about you from afar. It could be like a distant relative, and you're going to be running into somebody or meeting somebody, and you right out of the gate, like you've either heard of their reputation, you don't want to hang out with them, you want nothing to do with them. You're going to have your opportunity to leave a lasting impression. That's what I was just told. You are going to leave a lasting impression. You're like, oh, so you heard about me? Let's give them something to talk about. Woo! Okay, Holy Spirit, what are the affirmations? I am a good leader. Fix that crown, bestie. And we have, I have the confidence to be myself. I have the confidence to be myself. And we have, I don't have to know everything all the time. This is also helping things come to you, because before you felt like you were in this pressure cooker, like, why don't I know it? Why don't I have it figured out? And it's because you were dealing with this brain fog. It was like brain fog, poisonous brain fog from other people and the interference and things that you didn't know because these people were doing shitty things. And you can't be hard on yourself like you should have known that. You were just trying to remedy. You're trying to fix something. And now you're like, okay, I don't have to know everything. Like, I'll know in divine timing. I will know in divine timing. I don't have to know everything right now. And then we have, from tiny things, big things can grow. Remember I said there's a tiny trickle. This little trickle, though, is a big deal because it means that things went from not moving to finally moving. Things went from you couldn't see through the thorns, you couldn't even see the end of the tunnel, to seeing some light. Seeds of power. Affirm it below. I have the seeds of power. From tiny things, big things can grow. I am enough. Give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a freaking round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. Like you are like, nope, I know what I need to do now. I need to do it a lot different than how I've been doing it. Okay, I'm going to take one more. I am full of hope and I take action. This is how I will know that you made it to the very, very end. I am full of hope and I take action. What a beautiful message. So, this season of you transforming is going to be a really important transit. It's going to be a really important pivot. As you are being tested, keep a mental note of how people are being around you. And, sometimes people are in your life for a short period of time, sometimes for longer. Sometimes you only need them for certain things. Whatever it is, you will know. You will know. And you will start to listen to yourself even more to become victorious. You will become victorious. You will no longer be emotionally manipulated. You are going to hit the ground running. You are going to show people you're great, or maybe you're not great. 11:11 on my timer. Maybe you might say you're not that great, so just chill. But this is going to be your time to show yourself, I am getting better. I am getting clear. I am seeing what needs to be done. So whatever fake friend or fake union or fake relationship this was, you feel frauded. But don't worry. It's foot on next season and you're ready to step right over because you're done screaming from the ditch. You feel me? I love you guys so much. Again, if you are looking for an extended on this transformation transit, then the link for Patreon is down below. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell. Duh. You don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments of the next one. Bye, guys.